Hello, and on today I will be sharing with you a horror story. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all the absolute worst date I have ever been on in my life, and I pray that it will remain the worst date I've ever been on in my life. So, long story short, I don't want to be too long. So, back when I was in college, um, college, mm, you know, didn't really have a lot of sense then. Back when I was in college, there was a guy who worked at Sonic. He was the manager there. So he asked me out. I declined him because it wasn't my type. But my friend who was benefiting from all the free food, kept bringing him up. Why not? Why not? Why not? So I went home. I lived with my cousins, some relatives who lived close to the school. And my cousin was like, hey, why don't you go out? You'll never do anything. You just kind of go to work, go to school, and come back. Just go. So I go, and I regret going. Okay, let's see. First, um, once I agreed to go with him, he started sending me all these pictures. I'm at work. He is flooding my phone with pictures of him in Coogee and in Nietzsche. And this is like 2014. He has all these pictures of oversized multicolored polos, and do rags and fitted hats on like it's 2004. But hey, whatever, he likes it, I love it, whatever. So after the fashion show, he texts me, oh, I can't wait for the night and la 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 blue. I was going to a kickback after that. So, I mean, I wasn't really pressed about him, to be honest. I was just like, hey, why not go on and just go. So, we decided to go to Texas. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. It's out there now. We went to Texas Roadhouse, and we had to wait on a table. He was already there when I got there. We get to the table, and for one, there was this baby. Let me bring up this baby. It was a beautiful little Caucasian baby who their family was seated across from us, like to our right, and the baby's back was to us. And when we got in and we sat down, the baby turned around to the right, to his right, and looked at me and was smiling, play, and was just so delightful. And then he would turn to his left and he would see my date and he would frown. And I'm like, are you serious? Wow, that is absolutely crazy. He's frowning at you. Now, mind you, this happened throughout the entire night while we're there. The baby just keeps turning around, smiling at me, frowning at him. And I should have known that baby since the demon from hell. But anyway, I'm sitting there. We sit down. He's like, oh, you can order wherever you want. I got you. La 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 la. I'm pretty much ignoring him at this point. Because I was already kind of turned off. Like, okay, yeah, you're seriously a little whack. But whatever, I'm here now. So the waitress comes up and she asks for my order. And as I'm trying to order, he's over talking me because he feels that it's gentlemanlike to order for me. And I get it. It's a rule of chivalry or whatever. I don't know. But at least tell me before you're going to do it. He waited until I was placing my order and he just kept repeating me. So I'm like, yeah, can I have 16-ounce steak? She'll have a 16-ounce steak. Baked potato, baked potato. And I'm like, this is so unnecessary. Stop. But that's what he did. So after that, he orders a salad. I get my drink. He's trying to encourage me to get a margarita or whatever. It was a whole thing. He's just like, oh, buy whatever you want, get whatever you want. I got you. Da, da, da. He gets his appetizer, which is a salad, and my phone is blowing up because the kickback hasn't started yet because it's like 9. So my friends and people I know were getting there and starting to set up or whatever. So they're texting me, I'm texting them. Yeah, I was being rude. I wasn't trying to be rude. now I know it's rude. I didn't really see this rude then. So, so I look up and he's pointing his fork at me. Like his fork is just like this in my face because he's trying to feed me Caesar salad. I'm like, I don't know you. I don't know you. You just licked dressing off of that fork. I'm not finna eat after you. That is not romantic. He tried to convince me to do it like, oh, it's okay. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. I wouldn't have you on a date if I ain't got nothing. I'm like, that's beyond the point. This is the first date. I don't know you, boy. So, it was a whole thing. Mind you, the baby is still turning, smiling, frown, like the theatrical masks. So all that's going on. And the lady comes and gets our order. I mean, she brings the order, my bad. She brings the order and he had shrimp. Wanna know how I remember he had shrimp? Because he thought it would be appealing to demonstrate his skills with the shrimp. So what he would do was he dipped the shrimp in butter and he held it up and licked it. Licked every drop of cholesterol that was hanging on that piece of a shrimp. I guess it was like his mating call to show me what his mouth work looked like. But it was just tragic and I begged him to stop. I don't know if he thought that I was embarrassed or like in a good way embarrassed. Like, I'm like, no, this is absolutely tragic. So after that, he gets a phone call and he gets up and he leaves the restaurant. I get on the phone with my best friend at the time and she's like, girl, where you at? You need to come over here. Nah. I'm like, okay, I'm on the way. And he comes back in and he tells me this. Now, mind you, it's not going to make sense, but I'm not skewing the story. Okay, listen. He tells me, I'm sorry about that. My cousin had to come to the restaurant to get my car to go pick up my brother whose car broke down on I-40. Kid you not. So I said, well, why didn't your cousin just go pick up your brother? If he had a ride here, why didn't he just go get the cousin? Oh, well, he was riding with somebody and Okay. Now, that was the thing. So I'm like, what is he lying about? Like, what could this lie possibly be covering up? I'll tell you later. So, dinner's done, everything. He pays for dinner with a $100 bill. And I knew he was just trying to flex. So I was ready to leave and go to Greensboro for the kickback. And he's like, oh yeah, we still going to the movies. And I'm like, dang it. I forgot about the movies. And I'm like, well, it really can't get no worse than this. You said you would go to the movies. Okay, so we leave. I get in my car. And as I'm putting on my seatbelt, you pull your seatbelt down and you're looking down to make sure it click. When I look back up and grab the steering wheel, guess who's running to my car? Him. He is hightailing it to my car. And I'm like, what's wrong? Like, are you okay? What's wrong? He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot they took the car. Can I ride with you? Okay. All right. So he gets in the car. We go to the movie theater up the street. Guess what? Lobby's closed. He gets out to go check to see if it's closed. Well, I knew it was closed because the lights were off. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just, take you home or whatever. And I can go on about my business to just kick back. And he got out the car anyway to go check. Little did I know that he had to pee. How did I know he had to pee? Because Smart One did not go to the restroom at the restaurant. He went to the restroom and I could see him in my rearview mirror as his back was turned to my car. and he sat there and peed on a tree. Oh, I forgot this. This is horrible. Now, mind you, I did a lot of stupid stuff and I allowed a lot of stupid stuff. So this is all on me for allowing stupid stuff. Okay, so while we're on our way from the restaurant to the movie theater, the cops get behind us. Now, they're not pulling us over. They're just driving behind me. He starts scooching down in the seat. So I look at him and I say, what the beep is wrong with you? I was an avid cusser. I was like, what the beep is wrong with you? And he's like, oh, I got a warrant. Oh, that's hot. You ain't tell me that before? You got a warrant in my car? Like, are you serious? And I mean, really, the warrant was one thing. But then all of a sudden, he did the most stereotypical thing someone can do. And he pulled out a Crown Royal bag and of weed. A Crown Royal bag full of weed and wanted to smoke in my car. At this point, I just started laughing. And you could tell like he didn't really know what kind of laugh it was. But because I laughed for a little bit, because I'm just like, how ridiculous can this get? How crazy can this get? Oh, this has gotten really ridiculous. And he started kind of laughing like, and I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? I think I might just hit the blunt too, because this right here is gassy. This right here alone is ridiculous. I think I might have to be high to handle this. Thank God for deliverance. So, that movie theater is closed. So we go to another one across town. Now, before I went on a date with him, he saw Greek letters on the back of my car. And all I had with me was my line jacket. So I wore my line jacket in the movie theater. And on the way in, he was looking at my jacket like, ooh, can I touch it? Can I touch it? Oh, what does this say? What does that say? What does this say? Texas? No, it's not Texas. That's Tar Kai. That's the name of my chapter. Tar Kai. You're not Greek. He told me he was Greek. He crossed at A&T and he was Detroit on the line. But he lied. He said he was the Alpha. He lied. I don't know why he felt like I don't know. I don't really care like if you have letters or not. That just wasn't my thing. But I guess he felt like he had to lie or whatever. So we get to the movie theater. We went to go see like some kind of murder movie or something like that, because I was trying to figure that thing out. Okay, I was real deep into the movie, and then all of a sudden the movie's over with, and I figured out who killed who. And when I sit back in my chair, because I'm sitting up like, okay, she wasn't here, and they killed her. And when I sit back, baby already has his hands over here and one hand on my knee and was getting ready to kiss my shoulder. There's nothing appealing about your rusty lips grazing across my shoulder meat. That is not sexy. That is not appealing. That is not cute. And you didn't get my consent. Like, what is you doing? That y'all. Blessed be God in this place. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. He was about to kiss my shoulder. Oh, Lord, I was in a sunken place. No. So, I mean, when I addressed it, it's like I looked at him right when his lips was puckered up, like, he was like, oh. And I looked and I said, what are you doing? And he said, oh, you don't like that? No. This is the first date. You don't know me. You don't know me. What if you choke on one of my skin flakes or a skin cell that's died? What if you don't know me? I don't know what you got in your saliva. Okay, your saliva could be like acid for all I know. I don't know. I don't know you. I didn't give you consent to put your hand on my knee for one. And I'm trying to figure out, well, why didn't I feel this? What is so wrong with you when you didn't feel it? There's a lot of questions that went unanswered. But needless to say, at the end of it all, I got him home as soon as possible. And I dropped him off at his grandmother's apartment. And when he got out the car, he tried to come over and kiss me. And I'm like, hold on. Did you not get the memo at all? Really? Like I told you at the movie theater. No, you're not finna touch me. You're not finna kiss me. Like, get off of me. Not finna do it. But I guess he called himself being bold. Like, no. Now, can't be mad with nobody but yourself at the end of the day. And I have learned to just say no. It's not worth it. Go with what Jesus said and pray that you won't fall into temptation, whether it's fall into temptation to sleep with somebody or fall into temptation to kill somebody, because that would have been the plan that night. But, I was like, hey, look, if anything, this could be a story. And the next day in the caf, I told my friends at the table, and they had the time of their life laughing at my horror. So I'm glad that it boosted their mood for that time, or for that moment. But as for me and my house, we will stay indoors. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if your dating story can top that. I want to know what dating stories, horror dating stories, do you have? Are they worse than that? I know someone has to have one that is worse than mine. And I really try to speed it up because I didn't want it to be too long with details. But if you have a horror dating story and don't mind sharing, please comment or make a video. Please. So, thank you guys for listening and watching, and take care.